Do you think Arsenal get Rodrygo? Because we're linked to Rodrygo heavily.
I think, I think you should go for Rodrygo because his versatility. Yes, he prefers the left, but he can also play on the right. You just need someone to challenge Saka, like honestly, and have some rotation there.
Exactly.
And at the same time, probably just take over from Martinelli, though I do think Martinelli is decent. Whether that's too much of an expensive step to take, not because you can't afford him or you haven't got Paul, it's just there remains the fact that the Premier League is a different it's kettle of fish to other leagues. I was going to add, I know you've moved on, but I was going to just quickly add on Florian Wirtz is that he does lack that physicality, and it is going to take time. And I think Liverpool fans should be prepared for the banter you're going to get in the first 6 to 12 months if he doesn't fly straight away. If he does, fair play to him. I was reading quite a detailed scouting report, and the player that he's most similar to is Bruno Fernandes. That's when he was 20 years old. I wouldn't or whatnot. But it's just a physicality part of things. That's fine. But in terms of Rodrygo, I think you should be able to go for at least that profile of player. We need to see just how good Mr. Saka is when he has some hot competition on his heels. We know other wingers have had that competition.
I think Trossard and Martinelli have the competition too.
I need to ask you this question.
Are you crazy?
No, before we even get to
that, I'm saying no competition. I'm saying they're the ones that have to worry about their position.
No. That's not. No.
But I feel like the best teams.
You don't give competition to your depth. You give competition to the guys that are already first teamers.
I misspoke. I meant to say the people who need to worry about competition are the people who are going to be sitting on the bench, like the Trossards and the Martinellis. Those are but
Saka should worry. That's the whole point.
He should worry.
He should worry about.
Martin Odegaard needs to worry. That's the guy who needs to worry.
You know what I was going to ask? Yeah, that's actually a good question. Obviously, Martin Odegaard's not the best season. Obviously, unless maybe the club is like planning maybe to give Ranieri a bit more of a bigger role in that Odegaard role.
He's not signing a contract, by the way.
Yeah, but he has a contract till 2030.
Oh, I was just gonna say, that's a very. Well, listen,
I was gonna ask you, are you expecting Ranieri to get a big role there?
Ranieri, that's interesting. But listen, I was just gonna say, even if I
was a rage bait
question.
You gotta go, Rock?
No. I just saying hello to one of my friends in the chat, Karam.
Big up.
You did your customary wave before you go, so it was like
guys. Before Wolfie joined, Ahmed, you wanted to say something. What was it? Because I
was gonna ask about, obviously, I don't know, central creation. Obviously, I know you got Zubimendi. He's a 6 and everything like that. Do you think you're gonna get any more guys in the middle? A bit more creative players.
One second, guys. Husam's calling. Husam, what are you saying?
Egal, I'm live on YouTube right now.
Me too.
Yeah. Florian Wirtz is a Liverpool player. Is there going to be any unprecedented circumstances next year, Egal?
Listen, Hussam, congratulations. You got yourself one of the best young players in the world. One of the best signings you guys could go make this summer. Liverpool aren't going anywhere. You're going to be there and thereabouts. Let's go mano a mano. Let's see you at your best. I want to see my team at the best. I want to see Man City at the best. And I want to see the Premier League at its best. And let's go mano a mano next season.
This year. I already had it.
I don't want Benjamin Sesko. I still think it's bullshit. I think what's happening is they're letting Gyökeres finish out his season because he has
people love them from Gyökeres, don't they?
He's still only 2 points off the top of the league. He needs to win the league, finish the season. Then we're gonna talk about. Because I don't think all this Sesko stuff. You know what it is? It's smokescreen. It's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. It's fairy dust. Don't believe it.
Sign Benjamin Sesko. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league.
You also still need to address other key areas. It's not only about Sesko. If we go and get Rodrygo, you're still gonna be fearful. Don't act like you won't.
No, I'm not scared of Arsenal. I'm good, man.
All right. Listen, Liverpool. You think Liverpool's gonna repeat? Say it now.
If we sign Wirtz, fuck yeah, we're gonna repeat.
All right, fair play.
Yeah, get ready.
Number 14 is coming.
Next year, eh? Get ready, baby.
Hey, we'll talk. Have a good one.
Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah, let's.
This guy, man. This guy. Anyways, you guys were saying, I think Arsenal's still getting Gyökeres. This Sesko stuff is bullshit.
Can I be honest about Gyökeres? Yeah, listen, you know,
Go on.
I'm a big. There's a player at Chelsea that was meant to come last season called Samuel Omorodion. Obviously, he changed his surname now. Apologies to him, but he's a quality player, by the way, and he's finishing the season. I think he's right now. Last time I checked, he was on like either 19 or 20 goals this season, right? And I think the other, obviously, Gyökeres, I think he's on like something like 40 goals, right? If you look at the history, just in general, before I even get to Gyökeres as a player, it's not been great. Signing strikers from said league, you know, Darwin Núñez, Gonçalo Ramos is another one, right? He obviously got now Gyökeres. Now is the next big thing there. It's, you know, whenever I see a midfielder from Portugal, I'm interested because they've got a pedigree of actually producing decent enough midfielders or good midfielders. Like from the Chelsea perspective, I've got a history of that. So
and Ahmed, can I add to that? Because I know people are going to start talking about the championship, what he did in the championship. I don't know how
exactly. Yes,
right. You have to understand when he did that in the championship, and then there was several clubs in the Premier League, in the Bundesliga. All these clubs came in for him. He chose Portuguese league. Now I wonder why he chose the Portuguese league. He didn't want to go to the Premier League. He didn't want to go to the Bundesliga. He went to the Portuguese league. Now only he knows why he did that. If I was a man just looking out from the outside, it's kind of like choosing easy mode on a game that you're playing.
Yeah, bro, like
I do worry about.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. I don't like, especially when people are judging the player. Like I'm not saying he can't be that guy, but when you say it, I notice when I speak to, like, it's not it's my first time talking to you about it, Egal. But when I talk to Arsenal fans, like, they, like, especially in the comments, they go mad. You got no football.
All right, but let me say this though.
Yeah,
we just need a good player that has good movement, good shooting ability, finishing. And over the last couple of years, he's shown he's a clinical finisher. He's scored over 50 plus goals. Also, he's shown that he has good ball movement. He has good movement around the box. If Mikel Moreno can get what he's gotten, I do think whoever we bring in into the striker role, as long as they have the attributes that we're looking for, we're going to be able to get a tune out of them.
Yeah. Look, also, there's a thing in. I agree that you can't necessarily judge by a performance in the Portuguese league. It's a difficult one. But he's done okay in the Champions League. I'm just looking at the number, like pure numbers. I don't watch Viktor Gyökeres, but he says Champions League this season, 6 goals in 8 games. I don't know who the competition was, who he was playing, but I know Arsenal locked him up, and what's his name was doing all his Viktor Gyökeres. Gabriel was doing his celebration, taking the piss out of him. And then the Europa League last season, 5 goals in 9 games. So there's a degree of pedigree.
But
we'll see what he does week in, week out.
It's different when you're playing Brentford away.
Wait, he's got a hat for Man City.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, you know what it is though? Do you know how he plays, by the way, for Sporting Lisbon? This is another thing that I actually like. I don't think it's addressed enough when people talk about Gyökeres. I see him more the transitional striker, if that makes sense. Like, he works really well on the transition when he's driving at the opponent, when these teams move, they're doing a little counter, or like maybe his team's just moving a bit more pace. I feel like with Arsenal, you don't necessarily technically like work of that. You know what I mean? You guys are more, you pass it around the box, get it to Saka, shift it into the box, or like it's Martinelli, you shift it into the box that way. So, you know, there is going to be an adaptation that's going to be needed from him to make sure to fit that. So I just want to know, do we know what type of striker we're bringing in? Because like, whenever I hear people talk about, let's bring this striker, XYZ striker, I'm like, but does he suit the way you play? I feel like that's something that's not spoken about enough. Or can you make the team work with him? I feel like if Arteta is like going to be like, you have to work in my system. So do you think it's actually going to work in that system? Because I think that's another worry for me personally. I think
it's up to Andre Berta to get us the best talent for the manager. The manager needs to take a seat back and not be too hands-on in the transfers. Because at the end of the day, he's a manager. Andre Berta is a talent evaluator. He's been
He's just going to Portugal. He's just going to Portugal and Sporting Lisbon. It's what he knows. Like, we blame Ten Hag for that. We blamed other sporting directors for that. Are you not the least concerned?
Bro, what are you talking about? He's from Atletico Madrid.
No, but he said he knows that market really well.
Yeah, like he's Portuguese.
No, he's Italian.
He's Italian, isn't he? I thought he was
Italian. Is he?
Yeah, he's Italian.
Yeah.
Andre
Okay,
Berta.
my bad.
Andrea.
My bad. Okay. I do worry though. I do worry that from Portugal to here, I think you got to have some sort of filter in terms of like how you're judging the player. Why don't you go for João Pedro, for instance? I suggested it in another show last time, and people scoffed at the idea.
No, he's a very good player. I like João Pedro. I think he's really good.
I wouldn't get João Pedro.
He's a Liverpool player, really.
Number 9. My main number 9. I want Gyökeres, and if I can't get Gyökeres, but Arsenal has peas to blow.
No, 1 minute. Egal. Correction.
No. Don't do that. Just because Phillips is here.
Yeah. Egal, you want number 1. Who's your number 1?
Yeah.
Money, no object. Money, no object.
Yeah, be real.
Spend the money, man.
Don't get shook with phone tosses here.
My number 1 striker target is Swedish. My number 2 striker's target is Swedish. My number 3, I'm not even talking about.
What is this?
All I know is
Sweden. What is this, man?
Sweden produced top strikers, bro. Sweden produced top strikers.
You know that meme where that guy's all broad shoulder and he keeps bumping certain people? Egal can't do that right now. Egal, hey, I'm glad you humbled yourself and showed respect and did mention that.
Because I don't think Newcastle are selling at all. And you can tell everybody, I don't think Isak is going anywhere. Somebody comes with 120 million. I think Newcastle look them in the face and say thank you for the offer, but no.
Yep. I agree.
120 is not enough for him.
June, you have anything to say?
What's that? You said it all. I don't know what striker you're talking about, to be honest.
Which Swedish man are you talking about?
Say my name.
Hey, I don't know about you guys. Bringing it back quickly. Before we go,
what I'm talking about.
Wolfie's about to join us. But Ahmed, I heard you're getting Ekitike. What's going on with that?